Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The minister responsible for foreign affairs affirms that the Sultanate's role in Yemeni negotiations stems from good relations with the two sides. The Sultanate and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia signed an agreement to organize air transport rights between the two countries and increase the number of air flights to 112 weekly. And to enhance work environment and uplift production level in the private sector, the Ministry of Manpower meets with General Federation of Oman Trade Unions. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Paul Biya of Cameroon on his country's National Day. His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, affirms that there is tireless efforts exerted by the Sultanate of Oman in that related to pushing forward Yemeni negotiations being currently held in the state of Kuwait, come by virtue of relations that binds the Sultanate with the two sides. Relations and efforts exerted by the Sultanate stem from directives of His Majesty the Sultan aimed towards the two sides to agree and find solutions to their differences and hopefully to see positive results soon. Oman Council today launched a training center with the aim to contribute in implementing training programs in various legislative and monitoring fields. It will provide specialized programs for members of the state and Shura councils in order to equip them with enough knowledge and means to enable them to exercise their legislative and monitoring scope of responsibilities in addition to employees of both councils. His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, presided over the launching ceremony and said that opening of the center will increase the activity and its programs will be mainly targeted to serve the society and restructure institutions based on scientific approaches. Its programs will also meet requirements of human resources of the two councils and will attract numerous academic expertise to present the training programs. The center is also equipped with specialized library equipped with numerous references and books of benefit in all needed fields. The Sultanate and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia signed an agreement to organize air transport rights between the two countries. The agreement stated to increase the number of air flights between the two countries, giving the right to airline companies of both sides to operate 112 airplanes weekly between the two countries, compared to 35 flights previously. The agreed flights were arranged to be 28 flights weekly between the Sultanate and Riyadh, Jeddah, Dammam and Taif. The two delegations also agreed to operate a specified number of flights between the Sultanate and the city of Medina in accordance with an open-air arrangement. It also had been agreed to amend the air route schedule between the two countries to allow carriers of both sides to operate air flights to all international airports in the region of the other part, in addition to discussing a number of operational and technical matters between the two countries. Minutes of the agreement were signed from the Sultanate's side by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Nasser al-Za'abi, Executive President of the Public Authority for Civil Aviation, and signed for the Saudi side by His Excellency Sulaiman bin Abdullah al-Hamdan, Minister of Transport and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Public Authority of Civil Aviation of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Training, qualifying, incentives and mechanism of applying organizational list of labor law topped the annual meeting between the Ministry of Manpower, General Federation of Oman Trade Unions and Labor Associations. His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser al-Bakri, Minister of Manpower, said that the ministry works closely in cooperation with production parties, employees and employers in order to develop work relations in the private sector and to minimize individual and collective disputes at the ministry, with efforts of all of them could reduce it drastically. The gathering discussed social insurance protection for employees of the private sector for after retirement, enhancing to stay at jobs of national manpower at the private sector, a mechanism of qualifying national manpower for leading positions. It is worth mentioning that national manpower at the private sector reached more than 244,000 male and female employees, and labor associations increased to be 239. Oman National Investment Development Company signed a partnership agreement with German Power Resources Company and International Unified Energy Company in the field of treating water associated with oil. As per the agreement, the company will reuse water mixed with oil to be friendly with the environment and guarantees biological diversification in all biofields such as industry and tourism. It also discussed the possibility of using this technology for oil-associated water to be useful for human usages. Still to come in our news bulletin. A seminar on Omani cultural productions and translation is organized at the Cultural Club.
في رمضان.
أنا ما حد يقدر يجبرني على شيء أنا ما ودي فيه.
الحين هذا ولد خالي راشد؟
إذا راشد على حياته ما قعد ولده عنده، تبينا إحنا نلفيه؟
في رمضان.
Welcome back. Within the annual program of the American Ibrahim Institution, tiled this year as Leadership and Dialogue, His Excellency Abdul Aziz bin Mohammed al-Rawas, advisor to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos for Cultural Affairs, received at his office members of the students' delegation currently visiting the Sultanate. During the meeting, activities of the institution were reviewed and its role in boosting the culture of dialogue among nations according to tolerance concepts and common human values and exchange of points of view on many matters that concern the cultural aspects and ways of enhancing them. Strengthening and improving Omani relations with the European Union in various fields topped discussions of His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, during his meeting with Her Excellency Michelle Aliou-Marie, Chairperson of a delegation of relations with the Arabian Peninsula in the European Parliament. During the meeting, points of view on a number of issues in the region were exchanged, topped by the Palestinian cause. Rear Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis al-Ras al-Raisi, Commander of the Royal Navy of Oman, received in his office at Muaskar al-Murtafa'a today Rear Admiral Cheong Kwok Chien, Commander of Combined Task Force of Singaporean Navy, and his accompanying delegation. The two sides exchanged cordial conversations and viewpoints on several matters of common concern. The Ministry of Tourism organized an exhibition held in Muscat City Center from May 19th until May 21st, 2016, where hotels and travel partners showcased exciting deals for the summer. A total of 27 packages had been designed at highly competitive prices to attract citizens and residents of the Sultanate and encourage them to explore the various places of interest. The three-day exhibition was inaugurated by His Highness Sayyid Faisal bin Turki Al Saeed in the presence of officials from the Ministry of Tourism. Speaking about the exhibition, Salim bin Uday Al-Ma'mari, Director General of Tourism Promotion in the Ministry of Tourism, said the three-day Discover Oman's Beauty exhibition has been planned especially for the citizens and residents so that they avail these packages and enjoy the unique touristic destinations and activities that the ministry identified for the campaign. Through such promotions, the ministry wants to cement the link between the public and private sectors, as it is important for both to work together to promote tourism in the country. He added that the number of tourists who came to the Sultanate through the touristic ships reached around 250,000 during 2015-2016. The Literary Forum organized a seminar on Omani cultural productions and translation at the Cultural Club under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Abdul Mun'im bin Mansour Al-Ahsani, Minister of Information. The seminar included 4 themes to study the reality of cultural translation in the Sultanate, in addition to learn about the international experience in the field of translation through the Austrian Pen Club, to benefit from its accumulated experience and to bring the Omani and Austrian intellectuals closer, in addition to support the Omani translator. The first theme, titled Translator and Cultural Acculturation, the second theme, titled Reality of Cultural Translation in the Sultanate, the third theme, entitled Translation and the Civil Initiatives, and the fourth, entitled Cultural Cooperation and Translation. Coinciding with celebrations of World Nursing Day, the Royal Hospital organized Scientific Nursing Conference. The conference, which witnessed the participation of around 200 nurses, shed light on the role undertaken by male and female nurses within the health service system, challenges encountering the nursing sector, and training programs that enable them to fulfill their entrusted tasks towards patients. As the Ministry of Higher Education, represented in the Public Service Department, obtained the title of the best department in completing and accelerating transactions, employees of public service departments from various government bodies gathered at the premises of the ministry with the State Audit Institution to discuss and exchange expertise meant to improve their performance. In order to develop performance of these departments and give it more advantages, participants suggested providing more service facilities in all directorates of the Sultanate to enable people to complete their transactions without follow-up. Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry in the Governorate of Musandam organized a joint consultative work meeting in economic fields at the premises of Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry in the United Arab Emirates. The meeting gathered a number of officials, traders and businessmen from Oman and the UAE. It aims at increasing mutual cooperation in various commercial fields through increasing investment between the two countries. The meeting as well aimed at improving commercial work through organizing mutual exhibitions between the Emirate of Sharjah and the Governorate of Musandam. Organizers of the competition Recite and Upgrade held a ceremony to honor those who memorized the Holy Quran. The competition witnessed a wide participation from different schools of the Sultanate. It is meant to instill the spirit of loving Quran in students and deepen their bond with it, as well as to take advantage from its phonetics. A ceremony was held in the governorate of South Sharqiya to honor students winning in the Holy Quran competition on the level of the governorate. The competition witnessed the participation of around 600 male and female students, and they competed on 6 levels. 60 participants who achieved top results were honored. It is worth mentioning that the competition aims at motivating students to memorize the Holy Quran and stick to its principles. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the governorate of Dhofar and generally clear rest of the Sultanate with chances of cloud accumulation and scattered rainfall over the Hajar Mountains and the nearby areas. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate along the coastal areas of Sea of Oman. Rest of the Sultanate, it will be southerly light to moderate. Seas will be moderate along the coasts overlooking the Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 2 meters and slight along the rest of the Sultanate's coast with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. The minister responsible for foreign affairs affirms that the Sultanate's role in Yemeni negotiations stems from good relations with the two sides. The Sultanate and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia sign an agreement to organize air transport rights between the two countries and increase the number of air flights to 112 weekly. And to enhance work environment and uplift production level in the private sector, the Ministry of Manpower meets with General Federation of Oman Trade Unions. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.